Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. Today, daily message, November 30th. It is the last day of November already. This year has flown by. Happy birthday to Sages out there. You guys, hope that your month has gotten, or your time frame, your, whatever. Your solar return, there's the word I'm looking for. So far everything is going well, so for those of you who've had birthdays already, happy birthday, and for those of you who are anticipating that return, happy birthday to you. So guys, we're going to jump in quickly to the messages here, just get straight to it. A real quick thank you to all the new subscribers, all of the subscribers that continue to show your love and support, the likes, the shares, the comments, the personal reads. You guys are amazing. Thank you so very much. So alright guys, daily collective, what is the collective need to know today, Spirit? November 30th. What is in the horizons? December reads are going to start today as well. So getting to it, slowly getting to it. You guys could be taking a look at the big picture. And we've talked about this Gemini moon that we just had, the full moon, and it's still kind of lingering. And I think it will for a while, at least until the new moon anyways. But I think it kind of hit us harder getting to it and then coming out of it than it did leading into it. There was like these epiphanies, these moments of realization, or some news that we weren't expecting, things like that, the control mechanisms of things, people trying to keep things under wraps or hidden behind the surface is what Spirit is giving me right now as well. Growth and differences. So this is the need. This could be an internal review process of yourself. The grove is about self-healing, self-care, kind of separating ourselves from things that are not beneficial to us. And that difference is, you see the duality there with the cats and the oranges and the apples, right? So very interesting energy of self-introspection. All right, so let's see. Overall, Spirit, what does the collective need to know today, November 30th? Spirit just said something is changing. Some of you could be anticipating a massive change. The Spirit's also saying do-over, confidence. 6, obedience. You could have felt boxed in by something, could be feeling boxed in by something. Understand that there has been a period of, I'm going to call it says success, but I'm going to call it an end of a cycle. You know, we're constantly cycling in and out of things in various parts of our world. And your confidence could have felt a little restricted here lately, okay? But I do feel like it's building back up. It's going to take a little bit of time. If you felt like things were a little off or affected by external circumstances or other people around you, let's clarify. Let me see. Okay, we're just, no, Spirit's saying go with these, so we're going with these. Traditional Rider-Waite deck here. Alright guys, let's see, what is this confidence about, Spirit? The World. I just said something had come to a completion, and there it is. Knight of Wands coming out in a sideways position. You know, I see that guy so often as careless, and that's kind of how it feels to me. Again, I'm getting this idea of a review process with him. And it's like, you may have taken some action towards things, may have felt like things were not as, Spirit is saying, not in the up and up, put it that way. So you could have felt as if maybe some truth or something weren't being told, or maybe you weren't being true to yourself at a specific time, stepping into the power of yourself. This could have, something could have happened recently, and I'm going to call it the last couple of days, where you could have been triggered by past situations, things like that, and it's like finally putting these issues to bed, or needing to finally put these issues to bed, because whatever this is over with. It's a closed chapter. The World card coming out, it's done, and it was meant to create like a spiritual experience for you guys. An upper, Spirit is saying upper level magnetism to something greater and beyond you. So I feel like you guys are being pulled. What's under the deck? Ace of Pentacles, new start, new beginning, new potential, new growth, right? More stabilized foundations. And I've seen this pop up in a couple of the readings as well, where it's like a building of our foundations on a more secure structure than we have before. It's like lessons that have been learned that required you to have a deeper knowledge, a deeper understanding of how things were working, why they are working. And the only way to move forward from this is you had to have this experience. You had to have an experience that kind of left you bare. It kind of took everything back down to the very basics of situations, so that you can see how you need to address things moving forward. So it was a necessary evil, essentially, to allow you to open up to this new way of thinking, this new way of doing, this new way of being. The Hierophant does, he's a guide. He is, it's almost like he too makes judgment calls, brings things to their knees, holds an authority and a power. And it's like you could be, again, taking your power back in situations and rebuilding that confidence, so that, you're able to move on and move forward into something that is more cohesive for you. So this Knight of Wands, Spirit, I'm going to keep these messages today short and sweet. Knight of Wands, what is this? Ace of Pentacles comes out again. You could have also felt like opportunities in the past did not come to a completion. Five of Cups in regards to love as well. Maybe you invested in something, somebody could have made an offer to you in regards to love and healing. It may have shown up as disappointment somehow. And, it's like, here we go again. So here we go again. Same old shit, another day, right? And again, understand that there was an experience, and I want to say to you that I don't feel like the experience itself was massive, but it was enough to make you feel a little out of whack. But again, it was like one more test, and I've seen this come up, one more test from the universe to go, here is exactly why we're not going to put you in a position to have to do this again, because you whether it was gaining wisdom and experience of what people are like around you, the kind of people you're attracting into your world. Who the hell knows what that cat was just into? Honest to God. Okay. Crash, boom, bang. So maybe shit came crashing down around you. That's how it felt. Confirmation there. But it could have been very disruptive over a course of time, over a period of time. Where you constantly maybe gave offers, somebody made offers to you, nothing ever quite came to fruition. It was like you got that Ace of Pentacles, ending up in the Five of Cups, right? Feeling disappointed by the way things were evolving or moving, again, feeling trapped or boxed in. It's kind of like the Eight of Swords energy. I don't know that it's so much self-entrapment. I mean, it can be once we get into our head about why things didn't work, but needless to say, it wasn't working. But it was, again, a test from the universe. I feel like these situations were still coming up. You may have had one big situation which then led you to examine everything around you and then go, why do I keep giving to these things? Why do I keep allowing these things to happen? I do think that you, with that Knight of Wands being sideways, you were less impulsive in the action you were taking towards things. You were sitting back more, being the observer, or taking things as it is what it is, rather than jumping in, maybe like you had in the past. Knight of Wands. High Priestess, yeah, you're gaining an inner knowledge, you're gaining an inner wisdom, learning to trust your intuition when it comes to these situations, so you weren't jumping, again, as quickly. You were learning from the past mistakes or the past experiences. It was an attempt in learning. You were learning, and you have learned a lot, which, part of this is you could be hanging on to some of that, and other people could be trying to hang on to you in some way. I don't think that you're going to allow that to continue, though. Okay, this World card, yeah, the Seven of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. It's kind of like you're going to cut your losses with this. The Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles underneath that. I just get the feeling of cutting your losses. Like, fine, you take what's yours, give me the residual, and let me move on into my abundance. And I do think, guys, that overall you are moving on from a situation. It's like you got left with potentially breadcrumbs to whether this was love or work or money or whatever this might have been for you. When people see you doing well, when people see you succeeding, everybody wants to be your best friend. You know, and then I think too, when you look at love, and Spirit's pointing this out, you know, if it's in love and you're single, you may feel like nobody wants you, but then when, you know, you're with someone or you start to show interest in something, then everybody else wants to come in. It's like a big old like cockfight competition kind of shit. And it's like, why? You know, now you want to be a part of my world. And they never really have a whole lot to offer. And that's kind of how that feels to me, is like they're taking what they want for them, but you're putting an end to this cycle. It's like, just give me what's mine and let me be on my way. It's kind of like even in a divorce. Give me what's meant for me and just go. Like, let's be done. This idea of needing to be done with something so that you can rebuild the confidence within you, building more solid structures underneath you so that they're going to be long lasting and sustaining. This Hierophant, Spirit, let's clarify the Hierophant. Knight of Cups, new offers, could be emotional offers, doesn't have to be, could be coming from a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We've got some heavy Taurus energy. You also have Virgo, Capricorn, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius here as well. What is the Hierophant for the collective today, Spirit? What is the collective's energy for the Hierophant, please? You're going to give me 2. 3 of Swords. You know, I've said this, and I'm not a big fan of saying this to you guys, but it does happen. And I think I even did a video at one point, and I said, understand energetically, when we say that people are coming back around, it doesn't have to be in the physical form. It can be by way of thoughts, letters, emails, messages that you get from the universe, you know, memes, billboards, whatever it might be. I do think that somehow, whether it's metaphorically speaking or in the physical world, that someone is trying to come back in with some kind of apology, trying to acknowledge, half-assed, 12:21 on the clock, that they could have done better somehow, or that they've grown up. It's kind of like that energy of, oh, well, I've grown up, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock. I don't buy it. I'm going to tell you that, because it's so low level. It's like this could be out of a space of loneliness. This can be out of that space of seeing you becoming more than you were during a period of time and dealing with them, because they're coming in as pages and knights. That's minimal offers. They have little to give, you know. Somebody could be trying to open up their heart space, but Page of Wands, to me, this deck not so much, but it's like, is there opportunity to be had? Can I start a new growth process with the collective? Can I kind of get my way back in there, get my foot in the door again? And I'm going to say this to you guys: if you're taking somebody back, if you're dealing with a past person, if it's in regards to love and you've had a close connection with that person, you're going to want to spend there needs to be a significant amount of time and distance between the last run-in and then the new one, if you choose to take that back, right? You always do what you want to do. That's up to you, right? Like that's up to you, whatever. You know, you're an adult, make your own decisions. But at the same time, just because they come back, have they changed? You know, you think about your own self, how long it takes us to break patterns and routines and habits and a way of being that we don't feel is serving our highest good. If you've separated 2-3 weeks ago and someone comes back and goes, I've changed. Have you? Have you really made a massive change in 2 to 3 weeks? Because you were an asshole the last time we talked. You know, and I'm going to say this to you too, even in work partnerships, same thing. Are they changing because there's a change that needed to occur and there's a genuine awareness within? Or is this a change simply because they realize, since you've not been around, they're lacking something? Is it self-serving? And I kind of feel like with that Page of Wands, it is a self-service. You know, this cup energy, he's looking forward and out and beyond himself. But then when it comes down to it, the Page of Wands is like, how do I You know, he's looking at what he's got. He's not looking past the space right in front of his face. So it doesn't feel like the heart space is open. They're operating from a space of loss. You know, so if they come back around, just be very wise to the reason they've come back around, and you know, acknowledge that. And this could even happen, Spirit saying, even over the weekend. So just pay attention to, you know, who pops up in your world and why, and, you know, are they being genuine in what it is that they're offering you. Spirit's asking you to rest on this, trust your intuition. You know, are they seeing you working and producing something, or feel that you are working and producing things for yourself, and, you know, they want a piece of the pie. So just be aware, be aware, be aware. Advice for today. Somebody's motivation and intentions are, sometimes it takes us a little while to figure it out. So it's like the honeymoon phase in anything, whether it's a job or whatever. Everything looks beautiful and shiny, or we would never accept the offer. But then you see the cracks underneath later on. Yeah, a tall tale. Earth magic. Keep yourself grounded whenever you're dealing with whoever this might be or whatever this might be, because you're going to need to keep an awareness within you. So what is the advice? Spirit, great and full. Work time machine. I feel like someone's got some regrets. I really do. Like, can we go back and start over? Like this waking the lion. Like I've been awoken, you know, woke as fuck. Are you? Are you? They are. They're trying to bridge a gap. I'd say keep your heart open, right? Just be more wise about where you're placing it, where you're placing your emotions and your investments at for yourself. And if they see your cup overflowing, yeah, they want to drink from that cup. Ooh, you've got extra to give. Give it to me. Watch where you're investing your time, energy, and intentions. Okay? Because you might come from a good space, but it doesn't mean everybody else is. Don't expect you from other people, because you're going to be disappointed every time. Well, most times anyhow. So, all right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you have a fantastic day. Personal reads are open. That information, 1717, can be found in the description box below, the About section of the page, and you can also visit me at holisticallyzenwv.com for a full list of products and services. I will see you soon. Bye.